Here's why you actually want to own a $1 million dog training business, even if you don't realize it yet. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kevin here from Top Dog Advertising. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down a topic that I think is going to be very helpful because I think it's just going to give a lot of clarity on what you actually more than likely want out of your life in your dog training business. So I've been having a lot of conversations recently with just dog trainers all across the United States. And what I've realized is there's this common thread of people being a little bit disconnected from what their goals and aspirations are and what they're currently shooting for. So more specifically, what I'm talking about is I'll talk to a dog trainer and I'll say, what are your goals? And what they'll tell me are more so the short term, like my back is up against the walls, and not my long-term vision of what I actually want out of this business. And this is actually coming from a conversation that I actually had with one of our clients, Eden, who's been a long-term, just awesome client. And so what I think happens for a lot of people is actually they want a business that gives them a lot of freedom. But when I ask them that question of what is it that you want into your business, they focus on the short term. I just want to get a couple more dogs, or I just want to make 10 or 20 grand in my dog training business. The problem with that is that business does not actually accomplish what it is that you're actually looking for out of your business. More specifically, what that doesn't get you is freedom and the lifestyle that you actually want. So what I think a lot of dog trainers actually want is to be able to grow a business where they actually have some freedom to be able to travel around and go to different seminars, or put on a seminar, or go to a different dog training club, or go on a vacation every once in a while, or be able to just take their family out to dinner and not have to worry about grabbing the phone if it rings, or what's going on with that dog at the kennel, all of that stuff that goes into running a dog training business. And then furthermore, I think a lot of people, when they really break down what they want out of their dream dog training business, what it usually looks like is, different kennel techs and trainers that they can trust and rely on who are good, talented people. Maybe an office administrator that can help with appointment setting. Maybe someone who can help with sales. Maybe that's your dream facility on your property. Maybe you and your family get to buy your dream property and you get to have an additional building on the property where you can keep dogs in that has plumbing, electrical work, and it's just, perfectly set up for dog training. Maybe it's owning a Mercedes Sprinter van, right? The list goes on and on and on as far as what you actually want out of your dog training business, more than likely. But I think what a lot of people don't realize is the $20,000 a month dog training business does not get you all of that stuff. $10,000 to $20,000 a month, it gets you a really nice job, pretty much. And what I mean by that is you're kind of in this in-between where you don't really have any free time anymore because you're constantly with dogs and training dogs, but you don't have enough cash flow to really afford to pay a team of trainers and just this big staff, right? And you can't afford to pay a mortgage on a really nice place yet. Or you just can't, take any time away from the business because the business lives and dies with you. So if you stop working or you stop answering the phone, the business comes to a screeching halt. So what this really means is if you ever want to really build yourself a business that gets you true freedom and just a lifestyle that you actually want, where you can do the things that you really want to be doing and not having to be holding every single leash, you need to focus on growing your business beyond just you. The only way you'll ever actually get any sort of freedom in your life and in your business is by hiring good people that you can trust and rely on to do the job well. And the ironic thing is, a lot of people will tell me, like, I just can't trust other people to do the work. I'm just too picky, or I'm just, I'm too particular. And what I always think about with that is, like, there are so many people out there who are perfect examples of being very particular, but also building very good companies where they have good people working for them. The example I always use is, like, do you think Bill Gates is not a particular person, or Elon Musk, or Jeff Bezos, or do you think even people who are high up in the dog training world, do you think they're not particular people? Of course they are, right? But they just build systems that really work and that keep their team accountable to doing the things that they actually need to do to keep the ball moving forward and delivering excellent results to their clients. So who is this video actually for? This is for the dog trainer who wants to build something much bigger for themselves than just having a job and they happen to own the company. Not the person who wants to be the solo entrepreneur in their business, the person that actually wants to build a business that gives themselves freedom and they want to be able to do all these other things. And the truth is, I think a lot of people want that. I would say most dog trainers want all of the things that I listed out earlier, but either they're too scared to admit it or they don't really feel like they know how to get there. So if you're a dog trainer who's looking to build a multi-six-figure or even seven-figure dog training company, make sure to head on over to topdogadvertising.com and book your completely free game plan call with your team. We'd love to hear about your goals, your aspirations, and just your dream for your business. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap the video up here today. I hope you guys got some value out of this one, and I will see you all very soon in the next one. See you guys.